everybody.
Hello.
This is
Hi, this is Raiãn.
Hello, and you are watching Just Habla with Mayte. We're going to explain a little bit about this podcast so that you know what you're watching. So our podcast is about the immigrant life. We're going to share in 3 different languages, which are going to be Portuguese, English, and Spanish. Details about our personal experiences in immigration, struggles, things that we have had to surpass, our learning experience, and basically anything that entails the immigrant life here in Australia. Isn't that right?
That will be fantastic. Yes.
So let's begin with some introductions.
Absolutely.
So, Mayte, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Why did you come here to Australia? How was the English experience for you? Tell us all about that.
Absolutely. So, well, as you know, I'm Mayte. I am here 7 years and a half bit, let's say. Well, I came directly to Brisbane. Oh my God, I lose my flight.
Did you?
Did I tell you about that? Oh my
No.
God. So,
Veamos este caso.
it was my first time leaving the country. It was quite scary. It was only for 6 months, so it's like a student visa. You know, first you start with English, which my English wasn't very good, so it was zero English, nothing, nada. Then
That's frightening. Yep.
I went to the airport with my mom, my brother, my uncle, my family, and then I was there. Say bye, bye. I post in Facebook, bye, bye. See you later, everybody.
Damn.
Bye, bye. And
How
then
old
when
are
I
you?
am 24.
24.
I guess, yes, 24.
Fair.
So, Matecito first.
Matecito first.
And then, I didn't know what
gob means. You know the gob, la puerta? The gob is this gob to go.
go to the airplane, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
So I didn't know what GOP means.
Mhm.
So I was like asking everyone, well, not asking, I was so timid girl. I am not. Sometimes I am, but most of the time I
Yep.
know. But I was asking the girl, like the what is that, counter ladies?
Like information?
Sorry, the information, yes, information service.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, looks like they were very busy. And I feel like so timid, 24 years, you know, like
Yeah,
young,
absolutely. First time
and
going
I feel like,
overseas?
exactly, yeah, first time going overseas. I went
Yep.
all the time we call it in Spanish, interprovincial, bus interprovincial, which is like you have to line and wait for them to let you go. But it was my first time taking the airplane, you know. And then I said to the, excuse me, where I have to go, because I need to go Australia, something like that, obviously in Spanish. And the guy said, oh, it's everything in the screen. And then he left me. I don't know who was it. And I was like, there's a lot of words in English, and I don't know.
I don't know English, man.
No.
Please.
No, and it was in Peru.
Yeah.
I didn't
what
even
the
left
hell?
Peru.
Oh my God.
So it was, oh my God. So I was so scared. I was like, I didn't want to ask because I feel so young, and I feel so like, oh, they're going to laugh at me or whatever. So I didn't ask.
Yeah.
And I was like, I figured it out. Oh, okay. So he said in the screen, oh, supposedly have to be, you know, I'm going to leave like 5:30, let's say. I don't even remember. So I went to immigration, say bye to my mom, bye to everybody. So my mom, she told me that she was going to wait me, like that actually I depart. So when I went, oh, okay. So supposedly it's in this door, okay. I guess it's here, so I'm gonna go 5 minutes to the toilet. It's gonna be 5:30. That's fine. So I am here now. Now it's 5:20. Let's say I'm gonna go toilet while everybody's making the line. So I'm gonna wait for that, and probably people gonna arrive late as well. Blah,
I'm
blah, blah.
predicting a plot twist.
I know. And
Oh,
then I
no.
went to the toilet and just you know, like do some look in my suitcase, everything is okay. Look in my hair,
Making
look in my
sure.
eyes, making like spending
Yeah.
a little time. So I went, oh, it's 1 minute to 5, you know, to 5:30. So okay, I might be go now. I'm walking, and I was waiting there, and nobody was in the
In the gate.
in the gate. Sorry, I said gap.
That's fine.
Gate.
Yeah.
Yes, in the gate. Nobody was in the gate. So I was like, what's going on here? Like, why so late, everybody?
Oh
Why everybody's so late?
my God. I'm on time.
So I said to the guy in the counter there, like flight attendant, I don't know.
Mhm.
Hey, sorry, I have to go now, but should I wait here? And he's like, the airplane already
Left.
left. And I was
What?
like, what? Yes, but you said 5:30. It's not even. It's 1 minute to 5:30. And he's like, no, but yeah, you can go there. You can go that way, and you can go out of like something like that. And I am like, no, I have to go to Australia. Like you don't understand. I have to be there, and the plan was arriving in Australia, I guess Friday or Saturday, so I can have Sunday off for me and come down and start all my classes on Monday, 8 a.m. or 8:30 in the morning. And I was like, no, like you don't understand. Like, yes, but the plane already left.
What the hell?
And I went to, you can go customer service, they can talk. No, I was in shock. Like, you don't believe, I was in shock. So I went there with the guy, he told me, so I was like, with my suitcase, and I already sent my 2 luggages. By that time, it was 2 luggages of, don't know how many kilos, but now it's 1.
Yeah.
But Latan always was like, they sent already my luggage, and I was with my, with my suitcase, walking around and go to the customer service. So I say, hey, and I don't want to excuse my age, but I was so young, ignorant, that how hot is gonna come.
But
what is gonna be?
Your first time traveling?
Yes,
right?
it was. So I just like, I was with my passport, and I say, excuse me, the guy there that say that my plane left, like, and I was so innocent. I feel sorry for me, but I was so innocent. I said, he told me, yeah, my plane left. Like, it's not possible, señorita. This is happening. Blah 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 blah. And she's like, oh, can I have your passport? Okay, yes. She took it and she stamped cancelled. Oh, you can go with the guy over there, with the security guard outside.
Oh my God.
You can go, and he's like, he's gonna tell you where to go. And he's like, no, but what I was in shock.
No one was telling you what was going
I
on.
already said bye in Facebook,
Yeah. It's official, guys.
It was official.
Yeah, absolutely.
My God.
You cannot come back after saying bye on Facebook. No.
Diablos, señorita.
It was so, oh my God. And I didn't have much like money to spend, and I didn't know how much it would cost. So the guard or whatever, the security told me, oh, don't worry. I said, I don't know how happened, because I was there by that time. Like, I was on time there.
Yeah.
I don't get it. He's like, it's okay, just follow me. We're gonna go and I'm gonna show you. No, it's okay. You can get another plane, and probably, like, I'm pretty sure you're gonna pay like $200 for me. Like, $200?
What the hell?
Oh my
No.
God, why $200?
Wow.
And the guy just say, yeah, you just go there. The ladies in the counter, they will help you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. And after that, I went to the counter, and they say, oh, now you need to go to that place. It was like a lady with a small, I don't know, shop, I don't know, to sell tickets, who knows. So, and that, okay, so it's gonna be like a cancellation fee, whatever.
God. And you just
and I have to pay $200. Mayte, it's okay, suck it up. Like, it's okay, it's your fault, probably. It's all right. And then I am like, but this is not fair, it's like a lot of.
And I
things
imagine you had
going
already
on.
spent so much money with like buying
With
the flights to school, the
yes.
visa. Yeah, wow.
Like comparing to that time, it was so expensive. Now it's obvious, even worse,
Yeah, it would
of
be
course.
more.
Oh
Yeah,
my god!
no.
But Matecito.
Matecito. Matecito to continue the Matecita.
That's right.
Esto no era parte del trato.
What is happening also that I went to the lady. She was fighting with another customer, and that customer and I trying to be in Peru we call patera. Patera means that, how can I say, like como que tratas de ser bien con alguien, o sea, estar bien así como que sobarte, ya, hola,
Sí.
¿cómo estás? Como que fingir,
Sí,
no
sí,
sé, I
sí,
don't know.
Ajá.
Pero en cierta manera, I
Como que
just,
de calmarte y todo.
cierto,
Sí, sí.
sí. Y me fui al shop ese chiquitito y ahí ella estaba peleando con alguien y yo estaba argumentando. Y yo le dije a la señorita, I told her like I hear the whole conversation, what happened between them, I don't know. And I say to her, to the lady, and she was like so like kind of upset what happened with the last customer. And I say to her, oh my god, what's wrong with that guy? Oh no, trying to make
be her
him
friend.
yes.
Please help me out. Please help me out.
I was so desperate. So I said to her, like, oh my God, how awful. You're okay. No, yeah, I understand you completely, hi. Hi.
My problem.
Look, this is happening to me. I have to be in Australia by tomorrow, 2 days time, whatever, I don't know. And so if you could help me would be, fantastic. Okay, so when were you supposed to, do you like your plane left you miss your flight? And I'm like, yes, well, supposedly, but this is happening, can you, the ladies over there in the county told me that you can help me. And I'm like, I was in my head, $200, all right. Then I said, yes, so let me see, she said. And she was like looking in her system and everything. And she found me a ticket.
Nice.
But I was there like 6 o'clock, I guess. And the flight ticket was going to be for next day, 6 p.m. I was like, where I'm going to sleep. My mom knows I already left.
Oh, no.
Everybody knows I already left.
So did you have to sleep in the airport?
No. So I tried to be good. I tried to be good with her, like, no, I can't do that because I have to be in Australia by this time. But please, could you find something else? Please, please, please. And she's like, okay, let me have a look again. So she looked again, everything okay. So you can fly today, but 12 midnight. So I was like, doesn't matter. Okay,
whatever.
let's do it. But what time going to arrive there? Or you probably gonna arrive Sunday, 3 o'clock or something like that. I guess I don't remember. So I was like, yeah, oh my god, my jet lag was horrible. But anyway, so she said, yeah, I think it was Sunday or something. At least I have some few time to sleep and rest,
Yeah.
So she said, okay, so it's gonna be $850. From 200, I already thought that it was a lot.
$850.
And it was like, wow.
That's.
And I went there, I look at her, I look my wallet, look at her, look my, like my money for, how you say that?
Just survive, like
yeah. To survive,
like
yeah.
to buy food,
to pay my rent, everything.
Oh my god!
It was some big part of the money that I got. I was like, oh my god, Mayte. And my mom, I was scared about my mom. My mom, how is going to react if I say it to her, and it was like, take it. Okay.
Oh my god!
And I had to do the same thing, go immigration, like I knew it, check. Like I know you already saw you. I know you already.
Oh my god!
And the guys already in immigration, like, I think I saw you before. I know.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Shoot me in the plane. So I said, okay. So I already bought a ticket. Wait, and actually, I didn't even if I want to go toilet. No, I stay there and wait for the plane.
Yes, that's a quick way to learn your lesson.
My mom called me. My mom called me, and supposedly I
You
was
were
in
in a
the
flight.
yeah, but my mom called me. I answered the phone.
Yeah, and then she was like, oh.
She's like, "Oh, I just saw your airplane going in the air on the air. Like I just saw your airplane going away. Take care, Dora. Take care, hijita. You're gonna." I am like,
Entonces.
yes. But I didn't say anything to my mom. After fucking 5 years later, that I told her the
Really?
truth, I was so scared.
No, yeah, that's fair. I mean,
Like,
yeah.
I couldn't go and tell my mom, like, Mom, I spent $850 because your daughter went to the toilet. Like, imagine how she would, oh my God.
El
Yeah, well,
chancletazo.
oh, chancletazos to Australia, you know? My
Yep.
God, it was crazy, yeah. So, my mom just told me, okay, Mom, yeah, so, you know what, la señorita aquí, a la azafata, la flight attendant, is coming. I'll talk to you later. And I was like, don't cry, Mike, don't cry.
Oh
And it was like laughing and crying in the same time. You know, sometimes you don't feel how you actually feel when you're going through that.
Yes, absolutely.
So my mom said, okay, no te preocupes. It's okay, Hito, it's okay. And then, okay. Entonces me colgó el teléfono, terminamos, yo estaba, oh my God. Cómame tierra. Dios mío. You know, when you have your phone in like a speaker and you get all the notification from Facebook.
Yeah.
Tiling, happy flight. Tiling,
And you were
tiling,
just like,
éxitos. You know, I was like, are you still here? My God, probably my plane by that time was in Chile already.
My
and I was
God. What flight did you do? Did you go to Chile and New Zealand?
Peru, Lima, Chile, New Zealand, zero English, but I don't know how I went through. New Zealand, Australia, Brisbane,
Aha.
Australia, yeah.
Wow.
That was the first crazy experience that I ever have.
That's lovely.
And then, like, if I go again in a plane, I make sure to stay and not go to a toilet because I go through my toilet.
No, that's like, y ahora ya lo saben también, si quieren emigrar a Australia, 5:30, si tu boleto dice 5:30, es 5:30 en el avión.
Oh my God, that's right. No es viaje interprovincial. No es bus. No.
Nada de
eso.
Yeah, you see, guys, that's it. Our podcast is culture. If you're thinking about immigrating, we're going to give you the tips. You already know what you're going to experience.
Oh, it was crazy.
My God.
Yeah, I know. It was crazy.
And I love it because it's like not even like in
I haven't
Australia.
told you that, right?
No. Yeah.
Everybody knows now.
And it's not even like the first challenge wasn't even here. It was like leaving your country.
Exactly.
Wow. That's crazy.
Like, yeah, pretty much. It's another universe doors. No, I don't know. I feel like sometimes the kind of anecdota, how you say anecdota? Like anecdote.
Yeah.
Kind of like this story make me feel like released that probably I'm how you call? Purificando. You see, even in Spanish, you can talk.
Portuñol for the Brazilians. Purificando in Portuguese. Yep.
So probablemente like algo me estaba purificando, ¿no? De repente eso fue como que un purificador de $850.
¿Purificador caro?
Oh my God.
Ay,
sí.
¿Y tu caro?
Oh my God.
Ni siquiera un descuentito.
Oh my God, no. Yeah, well, that was the first stage in like leaving my country to come here.
Absolutely, that's frightening.
And then, well, I came here for 6 months. How was you, by the way?
Yeah.
How was when you left, actually? When was this?
Well, I came to Australia in 3 separate times. The first time I came here was actually when I was 10. So I came here when I was 10, but it's because my family, so my aunt on my dad's side, my dad's sister, had already immigrated to Australia.
Okay.
She has a husband, she has children, and by the time I immigrated for the first time, My aunt had already one 4-year-old child and one 2-year-old child, my cousins, obviously. And so I came with my grandparents for the first time. 2010, yeah, I'm showing my age, and from the 2000s. Yeah, so it was 2010, and it was something that I grew up listening. My dad always wanted to immigrate to Australia. He came to Australia 2 years before I was born in 1999, 98. And he fell in love with the country. But then, you know, he had children, so he decided to stay. But it's always something that like continued. He always wanted to come to Australia, and he always wanted me to go to Australia too. So I grew up listening to that. And then when I was 10 years old was the first time. So it was an interesting experience back then. Obviously, you know, like being a child, and I'm also really attached to
Wow,
like,
of course, like it's massive change.
Yeah, it is. I had some English because I, you know, study English in school and that kind of stuff. So I could say things like hello and like how are you and things like that. Another thing that I think every immigrant that comes to Australia has to deal with, which is the Australian accent.
Jordan, yeah.
Exactly. It's crazy, and like no matter, like your first contact with the Australian English accent makes you feel like you don't know any English.
Any English, exactly.
Yeah, you're just like,
especially those ones who already study English, like
it's
so,
a huge difference.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, but like, you know, like as a child, I didn't really have any like concept of how English should sound like. I just thought I didn't know a lot of English, which was true. I didn't know a lot of English, but I wasn't putting the blame of me not knowing English on the Australian accent. I was just like, I don't know how English is supposed to sound like, I guess.
Exactly. Plus the accent, plus everything, you know? Goodness me, that's a big thing. Yeah.
But it was just for 2 months, so it was super chill.
A eso se le llama estrategia.
Came to Australia, talked to my cousins who basically only speak English. We were fighting a lot back then, so I learned the swear words. Not the swear words, because they were also children, so they wouldn't like swear, you know. It would be like
in the Aussie way.
Yeah, it would be something like stupid, you know, like words like that. You know,
okay.
So I learned. I remember I got really angry at my cousin one day, and I was trying to find a word to express my anger.
Yeah.
And you know, like in Portuguese and in Spanish, there's like just so many swear words.
And he's so passionate about it. Like it's better. I feel like it's not.
It comes from your soul.
Oh my god! Yeah, I feel it's like when I swear in Spanish, I feel more released than I used like actually do it in English.
Absolutely.
Because exactly. Like you can feel it in English. I cannot feel it actually like it's a swearing word. It's like nothing. But when you do in Spanish or in Portuguese, I guess, everything comes out.
Exactly. I think I just tapped my microphone, so I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, absolutely. And but yeah, I was trying to think of a word, and I couldn't think of it. The only word that I knew how to use to swear in English was the F word, which I don't think, is it fine to say it?
Yeah.
Well, the only word that I knew was like fuck and idiot, and that was it. But then I heard people calling other people stupid. And I thought that at that moment, stupid was the closest equivalent to what I wanted to say. I said it to them. They looked shocked, but I still felt like, that's not enough.
How you say in Portuguese that word? Like how could you say?
Estúpido.
Estúpido in Portuguese is strong? Or no, it's like a bobo, like a...
I mean... I guess so. I guess
it depends how you say it, right?
Yeah, and who says it to you too.
Yeah,
absolutely. But it's definitely like we definitely have words that are like just offensive, regardless. You know, like and that word, you know. So I was able to express myself in that way.
Yeah.
But I think that was all that my first coming to Australia was about, expressing myself. But then again, my grandparents were here. So I was speaking a lot of Portuguese. My aunt is Brazilian, so I was speaking Portuguese with her too. But with my cousins and with like my cousins' friends, I was speaking in English, and I think that's how I got used to the accent.
Yes. That's so good. Yeah. That's the way you learn sometimes the harder way.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, like I think that if you are thinking on coming to Australia, don't like now it's easier because we have videos, so you can watch videos on YouTube about the Australian accent. There's some shows like Kath and Kim on Netflix. Good show for you
Yeah,
to
that's a good
watch
show.
if you want to learn how Australians speak, at least in the south. It's different here in Queensland. We're in the northeast
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Australia.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of a different accent here, but it's still good. But back then, especially for a kid who didn't really know how to use internet very well,
Yeah.
it like you really didn't have any way that you could prepare yourself to listen to the Australian English. And even if you prepare yourself, when you get here, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
El futuro es hoy, oíste bien.
Bueno, pues entonces, como estábamos diciendo, la verdad que ahorita estamos muy close con los estudiantes
Sí.
internacionales. Y lo único que puedo decir es que no se sientan solos, no se sientan mal. No guarden, chicos. Eso es lo que les digo, no guarden. Uy, a mí me han pasado muchas cosas en Australia, pero como este podcast, bueno, este episodio va a ser un poco corto, no voy a tener el tiempo de contar, se los voy a contar en los siguientes episodios.
Tenemos muchas cosas que compartir.
Muchas cosas. Pero siempre tienen que hablar, porque es la única manera en cómo ustedes van a volver a empezar, van a ver cuáles son sus experiencias, sus errores mismos, que las experiencias de otros puedan ayudarlos a ustedes mismos a superar eso.
Sí.
Yo sé que es duro como inmigrante estudiantil estar en un país que uno no es tu país y todavía no lo sientes de repente en algunas ocasiones como tu casa,
Sí.
pero tienen que hablar para que se puedan desahogar.
Sí.
Y para que esos sentimientos quizás no los coma adentro, o sea, tiene que cuidarse. Ay, siempre me toco el pecho. Pero bueno, aquí, ya voy a hacerlo aquí.
Por este lado, sí.
Pero la verdad es que sí. O sea, este podcast es para que ustedes se abran y puedan enseñarnos a nosotros de que no solamente es nuestras experiencias, sino las de ustedes también.
Sí. Y es importante también hablar es importante hacer comunidades para que se sientan fortalecidos, para que sientan que no están solos, porque somos muchos latinoamericanos acá. Como brasileño, estar en Australia, además del inglés, es una oportunidad también para conectarme con otras personas de Latinoamérica, porque creo que nosotros en Brasil somos muy así como que separados del resto de Latinoamérica por una percepción de división lingüística, pero nuestras lenguas en la realidad son muy próximas, nuestras culturas son muy similares y es una oportunidad para hacer comunidades mayores, mejores, diversas.
Melhores.
Sí,
Melhores.
melhores, sim.
Você pode falar português.
Fala português?
Uhum.
Então, como eu tinha dito, é uma oportunidade para a gente fazer comunidades maiores, melhores, mais diversas e para aprender coisas que a gente não aprende dentro do nosso país. Né?
Yeah.
Uhum.
I like it. I'm learning little by little. I'm still learning Portuguese, but it's so similar to Spanish,
Yeah.
so I can understand.
Yes.
And I'm sure, guys, you going to understand completely Portuguese
Yeah.
if you speak Spanish, you know?
Yeah. Are learning a different language. If you're an Australian listening or a native English speaker listening to our podcast, you can use our podcast to learn different languages because we will switch whenever we feel
all
like
the
it.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. If you are a Spanish or Portuguese speaker listening to our podcast, this is an opportunity for you guys to learn English and Spanish. Like if you're a Portuguese speaker, of course, and if you're a Spanish speaker, the other way. Or you can practice your English and you can practice a little bit of your Portuguese too. We're trying to do a multilingual experience.
Yeah,
for you guys.
trilingual as well. It would be so nice, and you know, like we try to embrace our cultures as well. So this is an opportunity to embrace that.
Yeah, exactly.
and share through our languages.
Yeah.
So coming soon, Quechua. No, just kidding. I
Yes.
don't know Quechua.
I
I know Quechua. I don't know Quechua. I wish to know Quechua.
Yeah, exactly.
So well, yes. So it was so nice to talk. We have more things to say.
Absolutely. Well, we will have a lot of things to say. I think that this is the first episode to show you guys what the idea of the podcast is and show you guys what we can offer to you guys, what we can offer to each other. There's a lot more when this came from. We will bring other people into the podcast so that we
Absolutely.
can talk about it.
Yep.
Of course, we are South American. Our experience, because we're South American, our experience and our view, our point of view is definitely focused in the South American experience. But we could, we're thinking on inviting people from different nationalities,
Oh yeah.
different
Oh yeah.
countries, yes,
Oh,
to
yeah.
share how they
We're
feel
going to
about
have
it.
some very exciting guesses, like living here from the 80s or the 90s. Guesses that actually arrived 1 week ago.
Yeah.
We're gonna have guesses that how they actually doing after 10, 20 years, like like that kind of thing. Sería importante compartir, o sea, ¿cómo se dice en portugués?
É importante compartilhar.
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 Uhum.
Es muy importante compartilhar.
Uhum.
Experiencias.
Experiencias.
Experiencias. No, pero sí, sería extraordinario tener invitados que nos compartan.
Sí.
Y si en algún momento ustedes quieren compartir y quisieran abrirse un poco más, o de repente se sienten como que, uy, no quiero, Mayte, enfrente de la cámara, o Raiãn, la verdad es que no me siento bien compartiendo mi experiencia con alguien, ¿sabes qué? Escríbanos, chicos.
Sí, escríbanos.
Escríbanos y pongan su historia, y de repente nosotros la leemos y lo que podemos hacer es ponerlo en el podcast y que alguien más que tenga la experiencia ya de ese suceso nos digan cómo lo solucionaron o cómo lo manejaron, cómo fue la mejor manera de manejarlo. Así que, por favor, ábranse, esto ya se habla.
Ya se habla.
Ya se habla, así que, nada, no se lo pierdan.
Sí, no se lo pierdan. No percam.
Cuídense.
Chao,
Chao,
chao.
bye.